guys, welcome to Too Personal. I'm Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I'm very excited today. I'm having my friend LeSean Shady McCoy, my former co-host and friend, obviously future NFL Hall of Famer, two-time Super Bowl champ, Eagles all-time rusher, host of Inside the Ring and Speak Easy. We have a great conversation and tell lots of stories of us working together and stories from his career, being a father, dating, all of the fun things. If you want to be a part of the show, of course, we'll do Never Too Personal later on the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us. And of course, you should already be following us at Too Personal Show. So we'll get to that later. But first, sticking with the theme of me starting the show with something personal that I'm going through, I've been thinking a lot this past week about my father. So I don't talk about my dad much. I have shared on a couple different platforms how I grew up and some of the abuse that I endured as a child. And I've never really gotten into the specifics of my relationship with my father, or lack thereof. I haven't really gotten into the specifics of my family's relationship with him for a variety of reasons, mostly being that I feel like in some way me telling my story will tell others' stories as well, and they don't necessarily want theirs to be told. But I realized over, a lot of the traumas that I've endured in my life that in some ways I can trace back the origins of my comfortability with the toxicity that led to them to my relationship with my father. So my father is still alive. We do not speak. We haven't spoken in many, 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 many years. And I've had different conversations with therapists, with friends that are close to me, with people I've been in relationships with about how I should repair that relationship. If you have a bad relationship with a parent, I think each individual has a different perspective on what they want from that relationship or how they want to have conversations. Or I have a very close friend that didn't have a relationship with his father growing up. He now has repaired that relationship and they have a good relationship, working on better. And, talking to him, I was really happy for him that he was able to do that. And I don't want to necessarily say proud because I don't know the intricacies of what their relationship was. But for me personally, I do wonder how different of a person I would be if I had a relationship with a father. So not necessarily if I had a relationship with my father, but if I had a real, true father in my life. One of my best friend's fathers, I kind of adopted, in my late teens, early 20s, but we aren't as close enough as I would need to be with a father that I could rely on in that way. And in a lot of ways, not having a man in my life that I can call on in the way that you would call on a father has isolated me from men, has caused me to have a deep distrust for people. It's definitely formed some type of hyper independence. And all of these things I'm definitely working on and I recognize in myself. But I think when we talk about daddy issues, you always default to your relationships with men and your relationship with sex and not being able to, form real bonds or have respect for men. And while some of those things are true, I think those can in some ways be the easily fixed issues when it comes to having daddy issues. I don't know if I'll ever be a real whole person because I don't have that safety net with a man in my life. And I don't think a brother can fix that. I'm very close with my brothers. I have an amazing relationship with my mom. She's a wonderful person and gives me a sense of home that no one else can. But the void of growing up in an unsafe environment, not knowing what the day is going to be one day to the next, almost sensing peace and quiet in any kind of tenderness from your father as manipulation because you know that it can be turned on its head at a second notice to complete terror. I don't know how to properly contextualize how surviving in an environment like that could ever just switch off as an adult. And believe me, I've done extensive work to try and repair what was broken in me from a very young age. My first memory in life, like my oldest memory from the time that I was the youngest, was my mother running away from my father as he chased her around the kitchen table, and I'm hiding my younger brother and sister in my arms, and she's screaming at him not to hit her in front of us. That's my first memory in life. And so much of trauma is in your DNA. Obviously, it's passed from generations, and we know that that's a real thing. But it's also in how you're formed and like what makes you feel safe, what feels familiar to you. And getting and breaking the chains of chaos that kind of childhood put in me was very hard to do, and I'm still working on it. But I also want to recognize all the things that I'm missing so that I'm not so hard on myself when I try to fix those things. So that's part one of the daddy issues rant. There'll be plenty more, but that's what I wanted to talk about today. Speaking of fathers, but a good father, that's a terrible transition. Moving on to our interview, it's time to talk to my very good friend, Shady. All right, we got Shady on the podcast. My good friend, LeSean McCoy, Shady McCoy on Instagram, Cut on Dime 25 on Twitter, and you can catch Shady on Speakeasy, streaming live after NFL primetime games and the Zone's Inside the Ring. Yeah. And tickets will be on sale soon for the Shady and Friends Gala on December 6th.
That's right.
Of which I am hosting.
That's right. First of all, thank you so much.
You're welcome, of course.
Everybody did a cartwheel and a backflip when they found out that you were going to host it, just so you know.
Yes, of course I was going to host it. Two-time Super Bowl champion, all-time leading rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's correct.
Pitt Panther and dog dad to Mama.
Well,
I'm surprised Mama's not here.
She could have came though. She's
really good on podcasts.
She's great.
She's very chill on podcasts.
You know that. Yep.
Yeah.
She's real calm.
And you are also a father of two.
Yes, I am.
Very complex person Shady is. He asked me before we started how many personalities he has. I said one.
Okay.
But I think Shady's you're a very consistent person.
Yes, and honest. Consistent and honest.
You are honest.
That's right.
The version I know of you is honest.
Yeah, well.
Would you say you're honest with women?
Yeah. Yes. That, you know what's funny is one of the main things that women do love and appreciate about me is like, man, you're just so honest. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
All right. We start every show with a personal question, so you have to pick one. Read it out loud.
Okay. It's personal.
Personal question.
What's something success took from you that you didn't expect?
What is something that success took from you that you didn't expect?
Mm-hmm. What is something that success took from me that you didn't expect? You know what? The enjoyment out of success. Like you think it's so much joy and you think it's so much happiness. And a lot of people close to me, friends and all that, women, they took a lot of that from me. And I think because I was so successful at such a young age, a lot of them took a lot of that from me. So like the enjoyment of like, man, I made it. And then you start finding out things and this and that. It's like, dang, I'm happy, right? But I think I don't want to say I was happier when I wasn't successful or had money, but I thought it would be better. So I would say that that's something that, like, people steal your success, you know? Like, if we really family and I love you, you my boy, and whatever it is, she's my woman. Like, you should be always super happy that I made it, because it's hard to make it out. And I think a lot of people from like jealousy or just maybe thinking that I should do this for them, and so they took a lot of that. So I think that's something that success, I think, you know, being successful has been taken from me, just from people, you know?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think that we all aspire to different things. And when you reach a certain level of success, there is an expectation that everyone is going to be happy for you, that everyone is going to support you, or that everyone is going to stay the same. And I think there's certain things you can't know until you do it, right?
Yeah.
Like people can give you all the advice in the world and be like, look, you're gonna have more problems when you get more money. And it's like, cool, but I want those problems. Like I want the problems that money brings. And it's not, it sounds like you're being ungrateful when you say these things about success, but it's not for a lack of gratitude. Like you wouldn't give the success back. You wouldn't give the money back. You wouldn't give the
cars,
the jewelry, the experiences, the ability to take care of your family, your kids, like the peace of mind that knowing that they'll never have to work if that your family's taken care of. All of those things for sure. But there is a different way you have to walk through life. There's a different way you have to treat people, and I think it takes maybe your innocence away.
Yeah, I do. You know what I'll say though? Yes, that's a great one because it does. I would say this though. I wish I would have been rich or successful later on, right? Because I was at 20 years old. I was in the NFL at 20 years old, and like like every decision you make is because everybody's after this, after that. Like for example, like now when I'm hanging out, I'm doing things. I'm always thinking about, damn, okay. Make sure I don't do this so I won't get sued. I've been sued so much for stuff that I ain't had nothing to do with. I'm like, hold up. You suing me, but because they around me, I didn't even do nothing. And nobody cares about that. Or if you with a girl and like maybe things don't work out the way the girl wanted or the way she might have thought hanging out with me is going to be, or you know what I mean? And then I'm like instantly scared because I'm like, damn, I don't want her to like make a false lie up. And now, even if it's not true, people don't care about that. You get what I'm saying? They'll read something in the blogs, and it's like, and now I'm not playing football now, but I'm doing TV and et cetera. And I don't want people looking at me a certain way. I'm like, yo, it's crazy how you gotta live your life now that you got some paper and you famous. It's one of the hardest things to do. So imagine being 20 years old thinking like that.
Yeah.
You know? You got college homies.
You're preaching to the choir.
You know what I'm saying? Right, it's crazy. So it's like, I don't even like, I mean, so,
yeah. I mean, I got to, be 20 and be a normal 20-year-old. But yeah, so all those, when did you realize that you were like in danger though?
When every time so in high school or even in college, you have a disagreement with a friend, like family, you get in an argument with a dude, maybe I fight, right? Maybe I argue, a girlfriend. Maybe things we break up, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I learned that once that stuff started happening, and now you try to get money from me to make it right. If I agree with my homeboy, we push each other, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, man, like, you cut me, or and now you trying to sue me, or for a girl, in college, you coming over to my apartment, you hanging out, you know what I'm saying? We kicking it, whatever, and things don't work out. We go our separate ways. We broke up. You gonna take your ass to your apartment or wherever you got going on. Okay, now fast forward. Now I'm in the league now, and you coming to my crib, right? And you might be there for you know how girls do. You know how y'all do. Y'all start leaving stuff over there. So you just come when you want to come. And now when we break up, you acting like it's a divorce. Like, well, this and that, and now you want me to pay for your next spot? Or I'm like, yo, this is so. That was like my first real lesson.
I get that, Gene.
Man,
I did not get that.
And then you get scared. Then you get scary though, because now it's like, all right, because I got something to lose.
Yeah,
that's another part that I think, like, not dealing with people or not being successful at a young age. You can do what you want for real, because you ain't got nothing to lose. But then when you successful, it's like, yo, I got something to lose from now. You know that. So I watch girls or friends or family treat somebody just like me that's not successful differently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they'll let him get away with it, or okay, slap on the wrist. But now you want to come for everything I got. You write me letters. You threatening me if I don't get this. I'm like, shit.
It's greed.
It's greed.
It's greed. And it's kind of heartbreaking because I know for me, it's really changed. It's not just changed how I move, but it's changed my ability to like really feel comfortable around people anymore.
That's true.
I've been in the public eye for a long time. I watch what I say, where I go and all that. But like, I just think of myself still as a person. And, recently I don't have that ability anymore. Like I know now in a very real way that like I'm a target. And I was always a target just being a woman and
Just in general,
being
like,
a beautiful woman and being a Black woman and like, you know, traveling or, you know, if I lived by myself or any of those things, like I'm always on alert. But now it's like, it's not just my physical safety, it's my like whole existence. Like every single person I interact with, if it's even kind of a little bit negative, the anxiety of like, fuck, what, like what's about to happen now? And it's really, I don't know. I think it makes it very difficult. I see why a lot of people like, why really famous people date other really famous people.
Yep, I just learned that. So before I would like, I can't say my first celebrity person, you know what I mean? 'Cause she's married now.
Okay, wait.
But
It's all right.
I remember like this. It was
He wants to say it.
yeah, like
Don't.
but I won't.
Don't.
No, I won't.
Don't.
I remember like messing or dating or whatever, and just it was like a fun. Yeah, oh, you know such and such. Yeah, da, da, da. But now I'm older. Like yo, I don't date. True story. I don't date no baddie bums. Yeah, you gotta have a job or career. You got something to lose. Because before it was like, oh, she's bad. Yo, now it's like, no, you gotta have something to lose. You gotta have a job.
Because you used to like to trick.
Well, I don't know about I used to.
Oh, you still trick?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's really tricking? I'm generous. I'm a Cancer. You know this. I'm
Yes.
a Cancer.
Okay. Yeah.
We share. My mom always told me. She said, "Son," and my mom was married for 38 years, so my pops did good, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Son, a woman don't like a man that's not generous. It's not a gentleman, and he's broke. They don't like that. They don't like that. And a dummy. She always said, "In a dummy," right? That's probably her.
That's really
But she
solid
probably was
advice.
trying to keep me in school and all that. She thought shit. But anyway, so I'm like, yo, now I'm older. I'm 38, 37, 36. I'm 30 something. I'm 30 something.
You know what? How old is Shady? Literally, when I turn 37, I don't know. I'll remember again when I'm 40 how old I am. I'm somewhere between 37 and 40. I'm not 40 yet. I know that. Am I 39? I'm 38.
I'm 36.
How old are you?
37.
How old is Shady?
37. 37.
Okay.
37.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a gentleman, generous,
Gentleman, no dummy.
no dummy, and not broke.
Not broke. That was her things, right? And as I get older, I'm like, then I was right because it's the same thing for them, though. And now I'm older, I took all the years to realize that, like, yo, I can't just date you because you just beautiful. Like, what is that? And I don't do no random sex. Yeah, I'm too scared. I gotta know you a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's very mature of you.
Well, that's easier said than done. I mean, you ask a lot of guys that's just, you know what I'm saying? Here today, going tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could be that too. If you get the wrong one.
I ain't sticking like that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, Shady's a romantic. I mean, you've talked to me about this before, though. I remember when you started to go through this change, you had a couple incidents where I was like, yeah, it might be time to start messing with women that have a job.
When a girl was trying to run up in my condo?
I did. If you want to share that story, I did not say that. I was keeping it vague, but.
Man, I was the victim.
You were,
you know
were the victim. Unequivocally, you were the victim.
Yeah.
I was concerned for you. I don't know if you should share. Should you share the story? I don't know if you want to share the story.
No,
publicly.
I mean, I just, you know, nice young lady, you know.
She was not a nice young lady.
No, nice looking.
Okay, that's not the same thing.
That's true. Nah, you right. She want a bad person.
She's a terrible person. She's a bad person. You're a bad person. The fuck are you talking about?
Wherever you are out there, you're a bad person.
She's insane. She's an unstable person.
Yeah. Well, I won't say her name, but
I don't know who she is at all. I know what she did, and that is an unstable thing to do.
Well, we broke up. Were we together? Technically, I don't know if we was together, but this is old though. But anyway, I think we was together. I think we were together. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? It's probably better. It's not you. That's my line. It's not you. It's more me. Mm-hmm. I gotta get myself together. You know what I mean? So we broke up. And keep it a long story short, she just kept calling, and she just somehow I'm asleep. It's like 1 a.m. And somehow she came up in my condo. I was like, oh, I was so scared. Like I was like, as a robber. I was like, oh, take everything. I'm like, it's you? And I'm like, how'd you get up here? And I guess they let her up, whatever. So, but I was scared though. No, I was scared. I was scared for a second.
he's drastically underselling the drama of that situation.
I don't want to get too crazy with it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really not okay. Yeah, but you should definitely stick with this change. I think it's a good change.
The worst part though is like we laid there like nothing ever happened.
No, you are also unstable. You also need help. The reaction to someone breaking into your home is not to then let them into your bed. That's not okay.
Well, I was already in my bed.
Yeah, we know you were in your bed. It was your home.
And she jumped in there and got comfortable. Well, women be having power. Women smarter than men. They got powers over us because she just.
Yes. We know. We're smarter than
y'all.
y'all.
Breakfast the next morning was like nothing ever happened.
She should. If it's the least she can do, if she's going to break into your home.
We done for like 3 months though. So you can't just like,
That story's nuts. Yeah. So you're not dealing with her anymore.
Mm-mm.
You want to get married.
I do.
So what steps are you taking why do you want to get married, first of all?
That's just what I know. I've been married. I mean, my parents been married for 38, 39 years.
Have you ever been close to being married?
Nah.
You've never like looked at a ring or like had a conversation with someone like, we're going to get married?
Kinda. Not really. I don't want to. No. Nah.
So what makes you feel like you're ready to get married now?
We're tired.
We're tired?
Yeah.
You're tired of the streets?
Yeah, we're tired of the streets. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that my son's getting older. I have a daughter, and I don't want to grow up like they think all these great things of their dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they break down, like, especially my son, he knows one, he's bragging, and it's like I'm running around here just tricking at 50 is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they get looking young. He like, dang, dad, I don't want to just do that. And I want to show him how to be a man. Then my daughter, I look at her where she looks for me for every answer. I'm going to call my dad. That's her thing. I'm going to call my dad. And now she's 17 or 13 and I'm running around here still. I ain't trying to do that, And I come from a loving background. So that's what I know. That's what I always wanted that though. I think his problem was my trauma, because I get my therapy twice a week, is not being a trust. Since I've been 20, I've been on, and I've been dealing with like older women, and I'm like, dang, does she really like? I'm 20, you 32. How you like me? Because it feel like you really like me, but I know in my head like you kind of don't.
So you were a YN dealing with an older woman.
I'm gonna give you a great. This will really traumatize me. My favorite rapper and favorite person of all time. Do you know who it is?
I'm really a little afraid for you to.
It's 50 Cent.
Okay.
I'm a huge 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like huge, right? And when I was 20 or 21, I first got to the NFL, right? I bagged a super baddie. I don't know. She's nice. She was nice. But she was famous. She on movies. She on type of stuff. And she was looking out for me, like, not looking out, but like take me to dinner. We was dating.
She was older.
Older. She's way older than me. But she was bad though. I'm like, damn, I'm messing with such and such. And I was like, damn, why you never invite me to like Thanksgiving? Or why you never, I was asking questions. And she would never even like entertain it. I guess I'm 20, so she's playing with me. But she had like some, she was getting some award or something she was doing. I was like, I'm about to go with you. So I can't because the PR and all this stuff, and I'm a celebrity, and she couldn't. She was saying basically like in the celebrity world, you can't really do that. You gotta, right? Just selling me this. I'm like, all right, I get it. And then I see her with 50 Cent. Like, oh, it killed me. I feel like it's such a dummy. Like, yo. So you know what that did to me? Yeah. It just turned it.
Oh my
God. What's like a good dude that turned bad? Yeah, just you know what I mean? Just going crazy. But ain't that a crazy story though?
That's an insane story.
Talking about you can't take me to none of your events.
How long were you guys seeing each other?
I met her in New York? I don't know, like 3 months, 4 months.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about YNs that why I like a lot of people talk to me about dating younger men, and I'm like,
I asked you that before though.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not for me. I can't go, like, not 20. 20's insane.
But if you had to, though, about 25, 24?
Well, I don't have to do anything.
Well, not half, but if I said, hey, you have to date somebody young, what's the number?
I would not date someone younger than 25, but I probably like 26. But 25 to me is, at least for me as a woman, 25 was a very like significant growing up year for me. I know, men kind of mature at a different age, but I mean, think of the difference between you at 20 and 25. Like
she could have never sold me that bullcrap story.
That's a big difference. 20, you're still, I mean, you're not even old enough to drink.
Right.
So, she got you.
My PR
pull
team.
The mic a little closer.
My PR team said, I can't do this. I was like, all right, I get it, babe. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm so dumb. Like, I get it. Your PR, hey, babe, I get you.
But no, listen, I think it's important that you recognize that was traumatic for you. Because, that's a much older woman. She is in a different position in her career. She's got all the moves down, which we do. Women mature faster than men anyway, but certainly an older woman dealing with a younger man, she put the thang on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay, but literally since that moment, you haven't been able to trust women?
I mean, I've trust, some women. I just, it's always in the back of my mind. Like, I don't, like.
What is it that you don't trust? Like, when you think of, like, the thing that you don't trust in someone, when you're thinking of, like, a long-term relationship.
I think everything you tell me, I don't truly believe everything you tell me, for one. And then two is, I think another reason is because I've done so much wrong as far as, like, when girls got boyfriend. I've never messed with a married woman. Mm-hmm. I believe that God would never forgive me, so I never do that. But these girls, man, they got boyfriends, and they boyfriends is super popping and famous and rich and all that, and he don't even know that you coming to see me in his car that he bought you. So now it's like, I done seen the other side. Like, damn, if this dude's woman could cheat on him, I know I can.
Well, I mean, everyone can cheat on everybody.
But it's the feeling part. You get what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, let's use an example. And this is not true. I'm just giving like Floyd Mayweather. Just giving, if a girl can go out here and cheat on him, she gonna definitely get the next. Anything's possible. What I'm saying,
right?
You know
but
I mean?
Don't you think there is a certain, there's a certain headspace that people are in where they would behave that way?
I don't know. I just know this, that every time I see the girl on social media, on different media platforms, they look happy. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what? Like, a girl will send me goals, and she don't even know I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I'm messing with her. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that is like, you can't trust these girls.
I mean, you don't have to trust somebody.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm getting better. Like, I'm dating better. I mean, I'm older now, so I've been a little better. But
what is something that you feel like you need in order to trust someone?
A real friend, like real. Like, this is my homie for real.
That's good.
One thing you told me, I remember. I don't know if I was at our other job or not, but you was like, marriage is hard, right? But you can do it. But you just got to wake up every day choosing that person. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's real though. Think about that. Like, I can go anywhere I want. But I gotta choose you, and it's like I gotta do everything the right way to do that. So for me, you gotta be somebody that I like, somebody that's funny, somebody that's I like to be around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to find.
It is hard to find. I mean, marriage is a very difficult thing. The reason I say that is because, like, you can't wake up tomorrow like, I'm not a parent. Like, even if you weren't involved in your child's life,
yes,
that's still your son. That's still your daughter. Like,
and he pisses me off, and I'm like, I still gotta.
But even still, like, if you weren't involved in raising them, like, you denied them, it doesn't matter. You still made them. You're still their father. Mm-hmm. But you can divorce, and that's no longer your wife.
Any second.
And you guys both have to choose to stay together, even if you fucking hate each other, even if you're fighting, even if one of you is not healthy or one of you picked up a terrible habit. Like, if you really want to be together for, like, the rest of your life, that's a choice. It's not, and it's not even, I think when I think of commitment now, in a lot of ways, it's it's scary for all the reasons you're saying. Like, it's hard to trust people, and in certain spaces, if you've seen too much, like, I mean, obviously, I've seen a lot of crazy shit too. I know what people are capable of.
People evil out here.
Yeah, they are. They are. And if you are, I think one of the reasons why I struggle with relationships is I think that I have a bad ticker. Like, the people that I have truly been really vulnerable with, not all. I've had some amazing relationships as well. So I won't say all in any way, but I have also been extremely vulnerable and open with people who were really evil. And like that, it's hard to come back from that because you know what people are capable of, and you know the feeling of being soft with someone who is trying to destroy you. That's hard to get over.
So that's why when you ask me these questions, it's like it's hard to just date. But I found I'm dating right now. You know, nice little girl. She nice personality. She got a job. She got a career.
Good.
Yep. She educated and graduated. Got degrees. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Look, I'm just off the checklist. Okay. But it's funny how we joke about that, but like ball players don't even ask them questions. What is
it that's different from athletes, from like, because you've been around a lot of different types of famous people. What is different from athletes and like rappers or actors? Like, what is it about, or comedians? Like, what is it with athletes that separates you guys in the famous?
But as far when you say separate or what's different, like as far as what, like, is this, like in our craft, or what are you asking me?
Like how you move.
Oh, we all move the same. No, what I'm saying is like, I mean, like, okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
it's a little different.
What I'm saying is, we've,
like, I would say a lot of athletes get married young, or will get married.
Yeah, but like, okay, first of all, we all gonna cross and have the same girls. Mm-hmm. She's in your section today, and then she's gonna be at this rapper's tour, and she's gonna be, you know what I mean? So we always mess with the same girl. But the difference is, I think athletes are held to a higher standard. Like, you go to college, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're looked at as like a
like an ambassador for the city.
Yeah. The $1 billion company you're representing. Mm-hmm. That. You know, you're a role model. If I'm a rapper, I could say BF. I could just do say what I want to say. I could middle finger. I do anything I want, and it don't matter because you're like your own brand. You're your own owner.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. And like, you know, you go to college, right? And you play college ball, and you're on TV, and then you have that type of training. You know, where some of these dudes from rappers that I know, some of my friends, is like they from the streets too, right? But it's this, they didn't have to like do nothing different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, like a lot of the greats, the GOATs, right? They married though, like the LeBrons, the Kobe's, the Jordans. You know what I'm saying? The Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Well, you know.
Yeah.
But in like rap, like Future ain't married. He got 18 kids. You know, I could just name Boots. He got, you know, whatever he got. Like it's just different.
It is. There's a lot of crossover, to your point. And even now, I think more than ever, because all these different brands and spaces are coming together. But that's a good point. You're coming almost in like from a more corporate space as an athlete,
the right word, yes,
and you
corporate.
have different expectations.
Yeah.
Speaking of being an athlete, you're nominated.
Come on now.
For the Hall of Fame. List will be cut down to 50 in the coming weeks. How are you feeling about? I mean, you're going to go into the Hall of Fame.
Just when, right?
It's just when. How are you feeling about it?
I feel good. I like the competition. I think that if you just look at numbers, you look at how I did it, when I did it, I got a chance. 15,000 yards, you know, all decade running back, all pros and pros. I have all those rushing titles, right? A lot of guys that's in the Hall of Fame, some of them dudes ain't better than me. Right, and number wise too. So, but we'll see though. I mean, they made Terrell Owens wait, so I don't feel bad about it. You know, if I
what was your relationship like with the media when you were playing?
I was good with the media. I like the media. I like to talk. I like to smile. I like to talk shit. You know, so I was always good with the media. I never like treated them bad or rejected interviews. you know. And I never hid from nothing I did. If I played bad, I'm gonna talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
But I think I should get in. I think I will get in.
You're gonna get in.
I just don't want to wait too long because it's like, yo, if I wait too long, I don't even like, you know what? Give it to the next brother.
They're not gonna make you wait that long. What have you thought about? Like when you got nominated, have you thought about what that's gonna feel like though?
No,
because you have 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
You are an all-time great. You're in the Philadelphia Eagles Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like so. But this is the ultimate thing because I remember when Jason was nominated, and I knew he was going to be first ballot. But it's I think for athletes, especially when it comes to like the moment of finding out if you're going to get in or not. And he's so humble. Like he didn't think he was gonna. Like, of course he's getting in first ballot, but it doesn't. Yeah, I know.
He didn't tell you that. He didn't act like that.
Yeah, he did. He did. But that's how he always is. Like that's just how he is. And a part of me is like it doesn't matter. Like you're a Hall of Famer, you're not a Hall of Famer. I think when it becomes a story is when it's like T.O., where it's like, okay, like he needs to be in. Don't make this a thing. Like he is a Hall of Famer. But like, did you think about what those emotions are gonna be? You're gonna cry.
No, I ain't gonna cry, but you know what's crazy?
Yes, you are.
No, but I ain't think about it like that until Andy Reid hit me up. Because people was hitting me up, the stuff he said to me, and I'm like, man, I always tell people this. We love our fans. I love my fans, you know. But nothing hits you more when like your peers or people that you respect the most. And Andy Reid hit me up and said, hey kid, congrats. He was like, yo, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He said, for you to be such a great player and a great teammate and do things that wasn't expected. Because coming in, nobody expected me to be all that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I remember Brian Westbrook was like the guy. And it was all the media was like trashing me. Just saying like they said I had a little boy body. That really killed me.
That killed you.
Little boy body. And they remember,
I know it because the way you say it, and you still remember it.
Like what? But it was crazy.
You were like in the weight room, like.
Yeah, now I'm trying to do all these workouts, but they asked us, "Hey man, you got a lot of missing pieces." You know what I'm saying? And you kind of refilled them, but not really. And they said all these different positions. He said, and you lost Brian Westbrook and LeSean McCoy, this and that third. He said of all the positions that we just refilled, that's the position I'm least worried about. And when I was 20, that hit me like, damn, you really feeling me. And then when he said it, and he said the same thing for the Hall of Fame, it touched me because I'm like, yo, if you seen all these players, you seen all these different players you had, you coached against them, for you to feel like that about me, that I'm one of the greatest if you've seen, that touched me though. So, I mean, Hall of Fame's gonna come for sure, and I ain't gonna cry, but I'm definitely gonna rejoice.
I cried crazy, and I never cried.
You was going crazy like that?
I was boo-hooing all night. The video, I'm crying in the video immediately.
I gotta see it.
I'll show it to you. I immediately started crying in the video because it was me, Jason, his 2 sons, Tom Garfinkel, president of the Dolphins.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
Nat was there too, and a videographer, and. The boys were like preteens,
right?
But like I know, you know what I mean. Like they know, they watched him play, but
do they know?
Yeah, they know how good he was, but like to know like where we came from, what he went through in college, like what we went through as kids, like him, having to make the team and I was there when he went to the Jets, like him being in DC. Like, and I know the injuries, like when you know how hard someone works to be included in the like you are forever one of the greatest players to ever play. Like that's what the Hall of Fame means, specifically the NFL Hall of Fame. So like they don't have no low standards for nothing.
And it's the NFL been around for years.
Yeah.
You put me in the Hall of Fame, like
your speech is going to be funny.
Yeah.
You're going to have to practice it.
Yeah. How was Jason's speech? Pretty good?
Jason was great. Yeah, great. He's a great speaker. Yeah, he had a great speech. It was really nice. Who would introduce you?
I didn't think of that part yet. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
He had Jimmy Johnson.
That's a great one. Damn, that's a great one.
And that kind of like takes away anyone being mad about it because it's like Jimmy drafted him, you know.
But Jimmy, that's a great one though.
Yeah.
Damn.
You have Coach Reid do it? You got to think about these things.
Yeah, probably Coach Reid. Yeah. Maybe Coach Wanstead.
Shout out Coach Wanstead.
Man, now, if you want to see me cry, I start talking about him, yo.
I love Coach Wanstead.
Nah, ain't nobody better than him, though. You know what? Dave, I'm going to give you a call, though, because he really saved my life.
How?
She's trying to make me cry on this day. So in high school, I was like an All-American. Like, I was super cocky, you know? And I remember when Pitt would come in to see me. I'm like, come on, Coach. Pitt, I'm going to USC. I'm going to one of them schools. You know that. And I never would deal with them. And then I get hurt, and everything changed. It went from like 78 scholarships to I only had like 4 left. And Pitt was one of them. And Coach Ronstead, he said, listen, you're an NFL type of guy. He said, I can get you there. And he was like, I want to give you a chance to regain your name back. Because it got so bad. I committed to Miami in high school. I broke my ankle, so I went to this prep school to rehab and get myself back together. And they had another kid going to Miami, running back. Now, he was really, really good, too. But he wasn't better than me, but he was better than me at the time because I'm hurt. And the coach would come in there, and they wouldn't even tell me they was there, and they would go see him. Now, I'm a 5-star All-American. I'm like, how dare y'all do me like that? So I said, I ain't going to Miami, man. Y'all playing around. So I was at Penn State, and it was Pitt. I think like Virginia Tech or somewhere. And then rest in peace to Joe Paterno, but he just didn't feel like I was a Pitt State type of guy. I wear backwards hats. I told you I love 50 Cent. I had the 50 Cent jerseys on and all that, you know, had the do-rags. He ain't like that. Cool, get it. I ain't your guy. I get it.
Yeah.
But Wanstead didn't judge me, none of that. He said, yo, I'm going to give you a chance to get your name back. I want to visit. I'm lying. I went to a Penn State visit, and this is why good dads matter. I said, you know what? Paterno think I'm this type of dude. I'm going to show him. I ain't never been in no trouble. You know what I mean? Because he was saying, like, he going to give me extra hours of study hall, all this crazy stuff. And my mom, she wasn't feeling it. But I said, you know what? I'm going to show him. I'm a good kid, right? My dad said, hold up. You told Pitt that you going to give him one more shot, one more visit. Mm-hmm. He said, we don't lie. I said, all right, Dad. So I go to Pitt, and I loved it. Everybody that was there, it made me feel like welcome me, embrace me. And I committed there. And then when I came there, he said, look, you ain't starting yet, but I'm giving you a chance to get everything you once had before. And everything worked out, you know. But Wanstead was real with me from day one. He got a great wife, you know, good dude, man. I truly, because I think about like, if I didn't go to Pitt or if he didn't give me that chance, like what would have happened to me? You know what I mean? People always think of the success story, like, oh, but shoot. And then when I was going to leave, I left. I only did 1 year and a half semester at Pitt. So I did the 2 seasons and I left because I went to prep school. And when I was leaving, he said, every coach would make me stay. Like, hey, I want you to stay. Because I had 2 more years left. He said, you know what? We're going to meet with the NFL teams. If they say good things, we're going to let you roll. So one of the NFL teams was kind of like he's going to be a late first rounder, maybe second round. And he said, you know what? You have nothing left to prove at Pitt. Go to the league. Coaches won't tell you that. Mm-hmm. This ain't LSU. This ain't Georgia, where they get all these great players every year. And for him to tell me, and I was like, damn, you really care about me. Think about he's saying, like, yo, go to the NFL. And I did. And everything, I always think of Coach Wanstead, like, OG really looked out for me, you know, so.
Yeah, he's a great person.
Yeah.
He's made an impact in a lot of people's career. I mean, he was big with Jason too. He was there when Jason went into the hall also. He's just the best. So shout out, Coach. We're gonna send him this.
Yeah.
He's a great person. Tell us about Coach Reid.
He's another one.
Big Red. Big Red loves me.
Yes, he does.
Shout out Big Red.
Yes, he does. Andy Reid, he's special too. I remember when I first talked to him, he said, all right, kid, you want to come to Philly? That's when he called me. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming to Philly, coach. And he was just telling me, you know, work hard, this, that, and third, and I'll see you soon. And I remember meeting him, man, and I was so excited, right? And then I remember after the draft stuff, when we got to like real practice, he didn't talk to me. I'm like, yo, you an actor though, because you was loving me, right? And then I get here, then you ain't really speak to me. But he don't talk to rookies. That's his thing. You got to earn it. So once my second year, I became really, really good. we was tight. Like I'm talking about, he gonna hate me for saying this, but I used to go to his beach house and cause he's from LA. And I would go to his I think Santa Monica, I think. Anyway.
Or
Malibu. One of them, I would hang out there. Nice on the look, you can go the backyard or the back door, you go to the beach, like the boardwalk. You know, he got that paper. But I remember just, you know what I mean, just hanging out with him. I'm like, man, and Andy Reid, he an honest dude, honest. I remember I started getting cocky again, feeling myself, and I did an interview, and I was like dissing all the other running backs in my draft class. And he called me up on the offseason, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? I said, what's up, coach? You know, working out. How you doing? He said, oh, I'm good. Hey, come to the office next week or next day. I said, all right, bet. When I get there, I'm thinking he about to just talk to me like normal. He said, yo, don't you ever disrespect the team and yourself like that. It was like an E60 piece I did. And he was like, you know, we take pride in playing hard and respecting your teammates and your peers and et cetera. He said, if you do stuff like that, I'll bench your ass. And he don't even curse. I was okay, coach, all right. But ever since like this meeting him and everything, it's been great. Like even now, we still text and talk. You know, Andy Reid. I remember my second contract. I had Drew Rosenhaus, and Drew can be a shark. You know, and I think we were fighting over like I don't know $2 million or something like that. And he called me up. He said, "Man, bring your ass to the office." And we talking, and he said, "What you want? What's gonna get this thing done? Because we fighting over what's gonna get it done." And I told him and all that, and I got 85% of what I wanted, and that was it. And I'm like, damn, I could have been did this, you know. But that's what type of person he is. Like when Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs, he didn't just send him to anywhere. Yeah. Like they try to send me to Chip Kelly, tried to send me to Buffalo to die. He said, yo, I'm gonna give you a chance where you wanna go.
I knew we were gonna get Chip Kelly in here.
You get what I'm saying though? Like that's your real coach. Like I'm gonna trade you, right? Because the money we can't pay you, but look, I want you to be happy though. I respect stuff like that.
I mean, I think that's how you should handle, you can't handle every player like that. But I do think that's how you should handle dudes, though. Great players. Yeah. And you know, the NFL isn't, it's a business. I always try, like whenever we're talking about professional sports specifically, but even kind of now, you know, with NIL, it's a lot of college sports. There's no real loyalty. Like there doesn't need to be that much conversation about loyalty, but loyalty is very subjective when it comes to professional things. Right. But how you treat people is not subjective.
Right. I agree with that.
Like the baseline of respect, conversation, honesty. Like I remember there was a situation, I'm going to kind of butcher the story a little bit because it's been a while, but it was like the Marlins owner basically told this player to buy a house and then the next week traded him. And it's like that type of shit makes you like that will make me hate a whole organization because it's like that's foul. Unnecessary. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to lie to me.
You don't need to do that. Like that you're going actually above and beyond to be a dick. Yeah. Like you don't have to tell someone to buy a house. That's not your job. You don't need to offer unnecessary assurances. Everybody knows trades happen, things can change. But for you to like assure someone of something like that and then do that, like you don't give a fuck about people. Mm-hmm. And I think that the most successful organizations, companies, projects, whatever it is, care about people. Yep. Because yes, everyone's trying to make money. Everyone's trying to be successful. Everyone is trying to reach goals. We get that. Like that's why we got out of bed. Right. But you don't have to treat people like shit in order to accomplish great things. Like that's a narrative that
I agree with that.
It's constantly disproved.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, just treat people the right way. Like, even when I left Philly, man, that was crazy because like I like to be honest and straightforward with somebody, and I ain't got no bad blood with Chip. It is what it is. But they gave him so much power, and he's always like, well, you know, he loved the idea, and he said something about it, you know, like he wished it didn't go like that, but he had the idea of like, you know what? He was so into himself. And it's like, yo, everybody's like that. But the difference is like we gotta work together. Yeah. And he hated the fact of like the Deshaun Jackson, right? And the Shady McCoy and the Vic. And he got rid of it so fast. And I'm thinking like right now, teams would love to have that type of talent. Because you see it now. Like now you see where the Eagles are trying to get Saquon with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and then Jalen Hurts. Like, that's like the thing. You know? And like, he just hated that part of like, he wanted to be the Chip Kelly offense or the Chip Kelly Eagles. So
Yeah.
it didn't work out, but that was crazy though. I remember because when after the season, like people, they pack their stuff up, they ship it out. I ain't never do nothing. I'm gonna be here. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? I'm third in rushing. Like I ain't about to, man. I'm kicking back. Hey, I see y'all next year, man. Hey, work out. You need to work out, dog. You had a bad year. And then he gonna trade me. I couldn't believe it. Drew said, "Hey, Shady." He called me. I'm in Miami, hanging out. I took a nap, so I had all these calls. He's like, "Shady, this is not a joke." It's the first thing Drew said to me, my agent. The Eagles are trading you to the Buffalo Bills for a Kiko Alonso. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Who's that? You playing? You got to be playing. Who is that? I had to look him up. I'm like, wait, the linebacker though? He's like, from Oregon? Makes sense. He said, yeah. So I said, all right, I hang up, boom, because he was still talking. I was like, bang, hang up on him. And I called, I think I called the owner. And then I called Chip. I was blowing Chip up. He never answered. I was leaving messages and all that because I couldn't believe it. Like, what? And that's how that trade went. It's so crazy. Rex Ryan was the head coach for the Bills. When I got to the Bills, now they gave me that paper though, so I get it. I get to the Bills, I'm like, yo, what happened with the trade? Like, how'd it happen? He said, Shady, it was the fastest trade I've ever had in my life. I'm like, what you mean? He said, the Eagles called, was like, hey, are you guys interested in Shady? He's like, yeah, but he's like, you know what? Not really. He says, we thinking they're gonna ask for an arm and a leg and a head and some toes. He's gonna ask for everything. He said, they said, no, we like Kiko Alonso. He said, and they were all quiet on speakerphone, like Kiko Alonso,
yeah, like and
that was it. And they said it was like deal, and that was it. It was that fast, he said. So that's how that trade went.
Do you feel like you, now that you're retired, now that you're on the other side of things, now that you're covering the sport, and you're seeing just the other side of it, and your career's done, you're going to be a Hall of Famer and all that. Do you still hold grudges that you thought that you would hold forever? Or are you more forgiving now?
More forgiving now. I spoke to Mr. Lord, the Eagles owner, and he was saying that was part of the worst thing he's ever done, right? And he was like, the problem is, though, when they got Chip, they gave him so much power. Like, we got to get you from Oregon.
Yeah.
So everything he asked for, they gave him. Now, he said, I'm not thinking that you're going to take our most viable player on the squad, because at this time, my jersey sales is like top 5 in like the last 3 years. So, you know, he's like, I'm not thinking that.
Yeah.
And that year, I was first in rushing, and in a year they traded me, I was a third in rushing. So he's like, I'm not thinking that. And he said, he gave him pushback, like, well, if it's not, you know, the way that you guys told me, then I'm gonna leave the head coach. So it puts the owner in a tough situation. And he said that another scenario happened like this before or after me with Brandon Graham. This is what the owner told me, right? And because I was still mad at him, I can't lie, I was pissed. Like, dude, I ain't trying to hear all that you telling me. But when we talked face to face, and I could see in his eyes how sincere he was, and he meant it. He was like, Brandon Graham, who was going on the 16th year as an Eagle, 16 years straight with the Eagle. People love him in Philly. He said, Chip want to trade him. He said, hold up, nope. I did this before with Shady. I'm not doing this again. And me and Brandon that's my boy. We different player-wise, right. You know what I mean? So, but it just shows you the fact that it hurt him the first time around.
Yeah.
So even a less player as far as like statistics and all that, I'm not gonna let you get him. Because Brandon meant a lot to the team and et cetera, to the community and all that, and he didn't do it. And they got Chip out of there. That's the truth.
Well, it seems like he and the whole organization is really grounded.
Yeah. Philadelphia got one of the best organizations in the league. The ownership, his family, his sons, his wife, Howie Roseman, the GM, Nick Sirianni, the whole platform, the whole thing is all that.
Security.
Dom, I forgot my face. Listen, real quick.
Shout out Big Dom.
Big Dom, without you, dog, a lot of these players wouldn't be out here. Because there'd be times when you're so mad at the coach or this and that. I would call Dom. Now, Dom know nothing about no running back sweep or no, hand. He don't know none of that. But he was there to help us out and talk because we were young, and he would talk to us and calm us down, and show us how to be a professional. Dom listen, I love Dom. And Dom likes sisters. Yeah.
Yeah, no one is surprised by that.
But Dom was great though.
No
Dom was
one
great.
is surprised by that. What is a safe Big Dom story? Because I know you got some unsafe ones.
I don't know if there's any safe
Dom
ones.
is not gonna tell any stories. I tried to get a story out of Dom at your event, and he was like, "No."
Yeah, a safe Dom story? Safe?
I think the fact that you can't think of any is
I
the
can't
point.
think of nothing safe. But
Okay, explain this then to people who don't understand the role of like team security.
I got a safe one. I do got a safe one. This
Okay.
ain't that bad. I'm like 21, 22. I drive fast, got nice cars. I'm new, I'm young. And I don't know if I was in like my Bentley or whatever, I was in or Benz or something, but I was getting all these speeding tickets. And they took my license, right? And then you can drive, it's some type of program or something you can drive for work.
Right.
But then I kept getting caught speeding. Like, damn. Somehow, some way. And this is years and years ago, so Dom can't control. This is years ago. I don't even know if Dom did it. Okay, how about that?
Somehow you got your license back?
Get that. I don't know how I got. I don't know. I'm not saying Dom did it, but I'm just thinking. And listen,
It is Philly.
I got pulled over, right? And the lady's trying to find. I gave her my license, registration on it, and it don't say that my license is suspended, but she's just looking so hard like something don't add up. But what didn't add up was, listen, lady, it might have said I was suspended, but then it's not saying I'm suspended. So I had my license was basically valid, like it was
Fixed.
somehow. God is good though, and I'm praying a lot. So I'm not saying Dom did it, but I remember saying something. Dom, he started smiling like, "Hey man, drive safer." Smiling at me like, "All right, I sure will." But it was a lesson though, because it helped me drive better.
Yeah, you don't speed anymore.
No, not no more.
Yeah, speeding is silly.
Yeah. That's safe though, right? That ain't crazy.
No. I'm sure Dom had nothing to do with it, of course.
Yeah, nah.
Of course not. Obviously we worked together for 3 years?
4 years?
4 years?
Something like that.
4 years? What was your first impression of me? Because I have a funny, shady story of like when we first started working together. What was your first impression of me?
No, he was solid. Like he was. But see, I already knew you though because
Yeah, we knew each other before.
my brother went to school with you, then my homeboy, you know what I mean? He went to school with you and all that. We was always solid. You was always cool. I thought you was cute. Thought you was cool, all right? Thought you was like, you know what you remind me of? The cute homegirl that hang out with all the homies. Everybody has that. Like every girl can't hang out with the homies, right? Because dude's like, yo, man, we tired of her over here. Like, I remember at my Hall of Fame, you came, and people that didn't know you, it's like, yo, Joy Taylor, cool as hell. Like, you was sitting there with the boys chilling. So that was like my first impression, like, dang, you got that around the way girl. You know what I'm saying? What's that song with J-Lo say? J-Lo on the
It's
block?
LL Cool J. I'm gonna claim the LL Cool J one. That's the Around the Way girl.
Nah, but I mean like the...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But he was cool though. I was like, okay,
Shady
Joy.
from the block.
Only thing I don't like that Joy didn't do though, real talk, you ain't put me on none of your homies though. And I know they was like, yo, what's up with the boy Shady? Like, you know what I mean?
You weren't in a good headspace at the time that they were requesting.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you ain't throw no alley hoops, no Wade, LeBron, none of that. None of that. Kobe, fucking Shaq, no Pippen, Jordan, nothing.
It wasn't a good time for you. You weren't ready. Like now, I would do it.
So right now, today, you would throw that shit off the backboard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm open.
Like that. But at the time, you was still getting acclimated to the city. There's still a lot going on, you know?
Yeah, I mean. Well,
and I didn't want to put, I'm just very particular about hooking people up. I got to make sure everybody's in the right headspace.
Well, I mean, they ain't going to.
Because I'm not about to be responsible for however it's about to turn out, you know? I want everyone to be optimized for success.
Oh, what you trying to like hook me up with like a wife or something?
Yeah, what else would I be getting?
Oh, no. Well, we just talked about this.
I don't think you have a problem in the other areas.
No. I'm talking about I need a good girl, like a friend. We got to learn each other first. Can't get no ring if you don't.
Well, no. I'm not saying jump right, but like, serious material.
Okay. Nah, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Give me something serious.
You have enough unserious material on your own.
Yeah, so when I'm expecting this pass, because I'm open.
We'll revisit now.
Okay.
Now that I know that you're, in the, we'll see. Well,
like I'm in the corner like this. You know what I'm saying? So there you ready though.
You're ready at your spot. So when Shady and I first started doing the show together, because we did know each other a little bit before, but we started doing the show together. We were doing some topic. I can't remember what it was. But we were going at it a little bit. Cause we kind of used to go at it on that show.
I ain't never go at it with you.
We did in the beginning.
Oh no. One time.
One time.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we were talking about, but
you came for me though.
We were going at it.
I said my dog Joy did that.
And Shady he felt a little bit type of way about how the segment went. And I could tell, because I'm OG. So I was like, Shady, I'm gonna have to talk to Shady. And I think it was the next day. I was like, yo, let me rap with you a little bit. I was like, if I get like that, I'm not coming at you. Yeah. I'm coming at your opinion.
Right. But no, I don't think we had it wasn't like nothing bad.
No, it wasn't bad. I was like, but you did. Shady was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Because that's the name of the game. Cool. You got me. Cool. Bet. Cool. So now I'm like, okay, that's what we on now. So I was like, all right. So everything was defensive. All right, bet. So, but we worked it out. We only had one incident. That was the only one.
Yeah. No, we was good after that.
Oh yeah.
He was good after that.
Yeah, that's funny. You remember that?
I do, because that's how I am. Like if there's a problem, I'm gonna address the problem. Right. I'm not let's just, let it sort out, or I don't need to explain myself. The ego shit is what kills. Yeah, I know all kinds of situations. And it wasn't ego on your part. It was like funny, I got a mouthpiece. So if you don't really know that I'm not really coming for you, you could feel that way. Yeah. And it caught me off guard though. I was like, okay. I wish I could remember what the topic was.
But you know what though? This is what I will say. Because I see a lot of, females that's on TV and all that. I say, a lot of them girls that they can't touch Joy. Like, I see women, and I'm not judging them because it's a hard sport. It's hard for dudes. But some of the women, they dance around questions. They make it sound good. You could tell that the producer's throwing them a lot of stuff and they just adding on to it. And it's like, because men don't really know unless you really work with a woman. You get what I'm saying? And like years ago, Cam Newton made that statement. I think was it Kelly? What was her name? What was the girl that he said something about? He was laughing that she was making opinions. Yeah. He hadn't really worked with women. He's still playing, so he don't get it. But when you sit down there and every day we talk about sports, you learn, oh, damn, she know what she talking about. Or you can tell she got a football background. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of girls now I see on TV, not to say anything about them, but I'm like, yo, they can't touch Joy because I worked with a girl that was, you in there with football players and dudes that got egos and dudes that is not scared to speak their mind, and you hold your own and you're not dancing around questions to make it sound, because I could talk about, I don't know a lot about tennis, but listen, I can talk around like you might think I know. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of girls do that. And I'm like, it's crazy because now I noticed the difference because I worked with one that was really, 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 really good. So I know the difference. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Well, thank you, Shady.
Nah, real talk.
We had a good show. It's a whole different world now, but yeah. We had a good time. And the Super Bowl was fun too.
I love my time there. I ain't gonna lie. Like, mainly to talk about, but I had a blast though. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's my first time being outside of like football on the field, but it felt like football again.
It has a, doing sports opinion television specifically, like doing some shows doesn't really feel like a locker room. Like if you're doing like analyst work and stuff like that, like it doesn't have the same energy. It don't. But when you're prepping for a show like the show that we did, that environment is very much like a locker room.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not locker room talk, but but kind of.
Yeah.
Like
Little locker room talk.
yeah, like you have to kind of warm up. So the meetings are like a sort of a warm up for what the show will be. So it'll be, some crazy hijinks from the weekends, or, stopping the meeting to watch the high speed chase or something.
Oh,
like,
you remember that? Yeah, right.
Like that to me, I think, is why so many players enjoy getting into that space after sports, because there aren't that many of them, and it also like really, the chemistry and the environment matters, but. Yeah, it is kind of like a locker room.
Your dressing room is still today the best dressing room I've ever been in. I don't know if you guys get counseling, but it was like a counseling type environment. Like you got carpets,
it was very zen.
You got candles lit and all that. Listen, I could never go in her room, but I would ask like the wardrobe people, like, hey yo, dang, is Joy in there? Hey look, grab her blanket. Y'all be able, I'm gonna give you a little nap. You know what I'm saying? Like you had all that little snacks, fruit.
I mean, I was there for almost 10 years. It was like an apartment.
I believe that.
It was very cozy, like a nice, comfortable, zen, quiet place.
So what was my room like that? My dressing room?
I mean, yours was like a dorm room.
Yeah. Yo, it's funny because when I was leaving, when I left Fox and all that, they said, hey, Shady, do you want to come pick up your belongings? I'm like, well, y'all already sent me my clothes. I'm cool. Like, y'all keep all the other stuff. Well, Shady, I think you probably should come pick some of your belongings up. We really don't need it. I said, well, you sure? I said, well, FaceTime me or send me a picture. Like, what I leave over there? And I had all types of that. I had condoms in the little drawer.
What?
I had, you know what I mean? I had like some jewelry. I had all my stuff. It was my crib. You know what I mean? I had all my little stuff in there. You know, I had my my shaver joint, you know what I mean? I had my different soaps. I had what's the thing that Kyrie Irving be doing all the time? What's that called?
Sage.
I had my sage everywhere. Yeah, like I said, you know what? I'll be there in 10 minutes. Yeah, I need my stuff. Yeah, I need my stuff.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, we want to talk about the Shady and Friends Gala.
I can't wait.
On December 6th at SoFi Stadium, benefiting the LeSean McCoy Foundation. Always sounds very, very formal when we don't say Shady. The LeSean McCoy Foundation.
Yeah.
You're raising money for scholarship funds for at-risk youth in Los Angeles and the surrounding area. You've been doing your foundation for a long time now. I actually covered your softball.
You always say that.
Yeah, how do you not remember that? I gotta find the pictures.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I covered
and you came and all that?
I came to Philly. It was actually like a really crazy weekend. A lot happened that weekend. And it was not, part of it had nothing to do with you. And I will tell you the story not on camera because it's very traumatizing for me. But actually, I think I told you what happened that weekend. Oh, it was crazy. Young, early journalist stuff. It had nothing to do with Shady. But anyway.
Did you come to the party? I had a huge party.
Yeah, I was at the party.
So wait, you came to the game in the party?
Yeah.
And that's that big time shit you be doing.
Shady was occupied the whole time. But yeah, I covered your softball tournament. That was, oh my God, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. But you've been doing a lot in the community. You always do. Where do you get your philanthropy side from?
I think it's just, I'm just really thankful. You know, always sometimes at home when I'm like by myself, I look at my kids and how they are super, super intelligent. You know, beautiful daughter and handsome son. And, you know, I look at my parents and I hear the stories of how they grew up, right? And this and that. And I played with a lot of players, right? High school and little league, college. And I was like, dang, like all these people, God bless me. I always think of that. Like, he picked me. So I'll be so thankful. And I always want to just like help out, you know, the next generation, different kids, and just show them something different. You know, and I feel like I owe them that, you know, because I do affordable houses. And basically, you know, people that can't afford certain homes, the government helps out. And when I go into these living situations, now it's weird because when I was younger, like the projects was the projects, but as a kid, you didn't really know what that really meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't live in the projects, but I would go down the street to the projects, hang out with them because that's all the fun was at. Like the bad stuff, and then like, you know, all the fun was there. And as a kid, you don't even know about pissy hallways and this and that and drug-infested areas and homeless. You don't even know about that. And then you get older, you learn like, damn, this is where he's from. Oh, wow, this is where she grew up at. Oh, that's the she got to go against, or he got to go against. And it always hit me though. So I said, you know what? When I get on, like, I'm gonna help some of these kids out that didn't have the right environment they grew up in. Like I grew up in the hood, but I had my mom, my dad, had an older brother. So like I couldn't get in trouble because my dad wasn't on that. I don't care what was going on. You get what I'm saying? So I would hang out with homies that was like real, they was badass kids. And I would hang out with them because I loved them. And I was kind of a badass kid a little bit with them. But I knew the boundaries. I can't step over because I know at home my dad ain't, you talking about the cops? Man, my dad, the cops ain't nothing to me. My homies didn't have that.
Yeah.
So they stepped over them boundaries and they did other things, and learning how, like, some of my good friends where I'm learning how to play football. My dad's teaching me how to ride a bike, and they don't have a dad, and they learning how to cook up coke from their older brother because there's no dad in the crib and the mom was working. Like stuff like that, it makes me emotional, you know, because people don't really know that side of the world. It's crazy when you talk to some super rich ass people that you're friends with. You're like, yo, you don't even know this side of the world. Anyway, so I think my generosity comes from that. Like, yo, I owe the youth that. Where now I'm building stuff and kids see it, like, they don't even know it's affordable. They can't wait to get in the buildings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My shit be all brand new. I'm giving marble floors. I'm getting the shebang. You know? And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good like I scored a winning touchdown because I'm saving some kids. Now, not only am I saving them, I'm giving them jobs. Yeah, youngin', you ain't got to go to the pros. But I can show you how to get some paper the legit way. So a lot of that is, and some of that's my mom and my dad too. My mom is a real giver. I remember when I was a kid, she'd be the type of mom where if my boys is coming over and they ain't like the best family, she would like give them some of my clothes or give them some money, or she would feed everybody. So I kind of got some of that from my mom's. But I got a good team, good foundation, man. Good group of people that care about service in their community. You know, it's not just about me. You know, that's why they won't leave home. Like, they love it, you know.
Well, we'll get you some information on how you can get tickets. They'll be on sale soon for the Shady and Friends Gala on December 6th. Make sure you catch Shady on Speakeasy, streaming live after NFL primetime games and the zones inside the ring. You can also often catch him in Vegas.
Wait, but hold on real quick. You know I know my boxing, though. Did it blow your mind? You see me on there, though? Like, this.
Yeah, I was at the fight too.
Oh yeah,
I like just missed getting you on on the big screen. I will say it's kind of tough a fight in a stadium.
You think?
Yeah, it's tough. It's so big. Like you need the intimacy.
Yeah.
For a boxing fight.
It's only two people there. That's nothing. It's like two people in the ring.
Yeah,
the football
it's huge.
Yeah.
Like it's your.
They sold that thing out. That was crazy.
Crazy.
But I asked that because everybody, people like, yo, you on boxing though?
No, Shady really fucks with boxing.
I'm like, I love boxing though.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, so make sure you check him out on the zones inside the ring. Mm-hmm. Follow him on Twitter at CutOnDime25 and Shady McCoy on Instagram. And if you are, well, I don't know, should I promote if you're wife material? Because
I'm wife material, but I am dating somebody.
You're dating somebody.
And I like her a lot.
Yeah, so we'll stick with that then.
Well, I mean, I don't have the job.
You don't have the job?
Yeah, I put the application in. Like, you know, I'm trying to get the job.
You haven't secured yet. I like this mentality.
I'm saying, like, I'm sure there's other guys trying to get her job, you know, but I don't have it. They don't have it. We trying to get it. Yeah. So I like to put as much as applications I can out there.
Oh, okay. So you want other you're putting other applications out because
hey, listen, man, I was going to have a really good job. You know what I mean? For a lot of years. Yeah. You know?
It's good to see you. It's weird to not see you every day.
I know, right? Hey, real quick. It'd be some mornings where Joey might be tired. I'm not tired, but just real chill. I come in there all loud as shit. I'm like,
so loud.
Look, when I would see it, because that's normal how I am. But I would see her like annoyed. I was like, I'll calm down. Like, all right, Joy's not for it. You know what I mean? 'Cause she the big dog. Like, all right, she not for it today. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be loud again. And she not dealing with it. But some days you will deal with it.
Some days I'll deal with it.
And then I would get louder.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah. You gotta read the room. I really was the old head there though.
No, you was though. You was. Even though sometimes, right, you would put the old head card, like when we talked about, and we should do a poll. I don't know if you could do polls or not, but Mariah Carey.
Oh God.
Or Whitney Houston. You try to throw in there Aretha Franklin, is that her name? Regular.
Stop saying this, please.
She's not even on their level though.
You cannot say Aretha Franklin is regular. It gives me anxiety. This was one of the biggest arguments that we had as an institution in that building. Because believe me, I understand he sounds insane. But nobody is saying that we don't love Mariah. We all love Mariah.
Act like it. Act like it. You know
we do act like it. We love Mariah. But you can't say Aretha Franklin is regular. That's insanity.
Yo, I listen to her though. You made me go home and do my homework. I'm like, this is who y'all, I'm on my phone like, this is what we doing? Is this her?
It's like a miracle that I don't have a full head of gray hair.
Yo, I'm just saying, she can't sit with them. Matter of fact.
Oh my God.
I always tell people this. The blind eye knows best. Like, if I don't know nothing about this sport, I don't know who's LeBron or who's Jordan or who's Kobe Bryant, and I just watch basketball, I'm gonna say, damn, this dude number 23 or this dude number 24, like they look better than everybody else. So I don't know nothing about Aretha. I put her on.
So crazy.
I put Mariah on first. I put Whitney on second. I put Aretha on third.
Aretha.
Am I saying her name right?
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha. Cool. I put her on. She's nowhere near them.
Stop. Shady,
it's like real quick. Wilt Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal and all that.
Yeah.
No matter who you think is better, they gonna be close. The way they look. She didn't sound nothing like them girls.
Oh my God. If I'm not fighting back the way that you want me to, it's because I've fought in this conversation.
That's true. She talked to me for like 2 weeks because of this. I was like, Joy, she'll keep walking.
Oh, man. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming down.
Oh, no. Always for you. Come on now.
All right. That was a good time. I still don't know how I don't have gray hairs from that Aretha Franklin conversation. I promise you, I argued with him earnestly. He doesn't listen on that. But thanks to Shady for stopping by Too Personal. Make sure you go and follow him and check out his shows. And if you are in the LA area, purchase tickets to his gala. It's time for Never Too Personal. And if you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can DM us at Too Personal Show on Instagram. So this question is, why is it that men tend to criticize women commentators harsher than a man commentator? Well, I'm not a man, despite what you may have heard. And I don't really like to speak about things from a perspective I don't understand. So I will only speak about this from the perspective that I have experienced. I think that women are held to a higher standard than men, especially in spaces that are considered traditionally for men, whether it be sports or politics or news, spaces that are the boys' club. Women in those spaces get held, music, those spaces get held for men. And when there are women there is this expectation that they have to be superior to the men in order to even be in that space. Or they got into that space from some salacious way. They're criticized harder than the men because those fan bases tend to be heavily male as well. And let's just be honest, the world, and particularly these spaces, are extremely misogynistic, and it's not a welcoming, safe space for women. So there is an expectation that a woman has to be an expert, that she's there just because she wants to be on television or she just wants to be seen. There's all these different criterias and criticisms that women face that men don't face. And, you know, the bottom line is just misogyny. These are boys' clubs. These are spaces that men feel women shouldn't be in. And when they're listening to a woman, it's a space that they feel is sacred to men. So there really is no like deep philosophical explanation for it. It's just that there are certain men who believe that some spaces are reserved just for men, and that women being there is an affront to a space that they feel like they own. And because of that, women are criticized more harshly than men. And before you get started, men are also criticized, but we know they are criticized in a completely different way than women are criticized. If you have any confusion about this, you are welcome to check out any of my social media posts ever posted and go read the comments on such. It will change your life, not for the positive. However, it may enlighten you. Men are not spoken to in that way. They're not criticized in that way. They are not ridiculed in that way. Their bodies are not picked apart. It's not the same thing. And it's just because it's a misogynistic space that men feel is held for them. So it's not fair, but life isn't fair. And what I say to a lot of women who are going into these male-dominated spaces is that, unfortunately, you do have to be better. You have to be on time. You have to be superior. You have to be more talented. You have to study more. You have to be more of everything in order to just get into the space. But in order to stay in the space, you have to be better at all times, because there is an expectation of you that is not levied in the same way that is for the men. It's just, at the end of the day, misogyny. That's all there is to it. Thanks for the question. And if you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, and follow us at twopersonalshow. Make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.